Oh wait, I got one joke.
Yeah,
they should have went to an empty movie theater, so they should have went to Space Jam 2. My leg.
If you ever wondered how to not be able to go back to a bowling alley, you need to see this clip, because this is the perfect step-by-step instruction on everything you could do to get banned permanently
by our favorite man, Mr. DaBaby.
DaBaby back at it again with the antics,
showing us exactly why he's stuck in the toddler phase.
I thought that was a live audience laughing for a second. Oh, you see how that girl fell on the side?
I forgot to say viewer discretion is advised.
This is wild.
Y'all know what y'all came from.
It's all this
don't look too good at all.
Yeah, nah, we're not gonna show
see that hit in the back of the head.
This will certainly get you banned from bowling alley.
Yeah.
DaBaby and his entire entourage is there just mollywopping.
Yo, as a matter of fact, weren't we on our way to a bowling alley ourselves?
No. We supposed to be, but I don't know if I see DaBaby in there.
I've been working on my hook, so I'm alright.
How much people was in this video?
You supposed to be throwing balls, not throwing hooks.
I don't even know.
Wait. You don't edit that out, bro. Do not edit that statement out.
Alright, so I'm gonna cut it there, but yeah, if y'all wanna see more, this video's everywhere. Just look on YouTube. You can see DaBaby fighting in a bowling alley.
Boxing.
This is crazy. So what the hell initiated this fight with DaBaby and his entourage? Like,
in terms of this, we know that that the guy who he fought with is the brother of his his ex-girlfriend, who was also the mother of his child, and they had that whole domestic dispute that we talked about previously in the previous podcast. And ever since that happened, of course, these two have beef clearly, right? Because the treatment of his sister, that dude ain't gonna rock with it. And then I guess I don't know the whole context, waiting for more information. But you see, they talk a little bit for a sec, and DaBaby throws the first shot. Next thing you know, they slipping and sliding down the lanes. And you see how slippery them lanes is.
That ain't look like talking to me, bro.
Nah, that man hit him
look like
with
talking
a left,
at all, bro.
Hit him with a right. But next thing you know, fight night ensued. And then, what killed me is the whole entourage is just stealing on him. They just all over him, grabbing him by the hair, just wailing on him a bit.
Yeah, I thought the hair pulling was kind of whack, though. Y'all grown men.
What was hilarious was just seeing them, everybody sliding down the lane. That girl stepped on the lane and whee, she was off screen for a second.
Now, I want to bring up something Dante just mentioned. That whole fight was kind of whack. I mean, how you going to fight with your entourage there backing you up? Like, if you're trying to settle some beef, I get it. That's your ex's brother.
Like if you
it's your personal situation. Your entourage should not be there team. Backing you up.
Because I know DaBaby be having his crew and they be riding with him. And clearly he didn't have any issues with that. I guess he just wanted to teach the dude a lesson.
I mean, if it's one-on-one, that's different. If it's crew-on-crew, that's different. But your whole crew versus one.
And I don't know exactly
I'm not feeling that
what
too
her
much,
brother
like
even said. Like, I could see DaBaby initiating the fight, which is clearly what he did. But he didn't go, 1v1 in this scenario, which is clearly what the brother's like, nah, you just gonna jump me? Like, we're on the ones. But ultimately, it should never have gotten to this violence. This is just stupid. It makes you look idiotic, incredibly childish. You cater exactly to your name, and you're really just embarrassing yourself, honestly. It's just like, what's the point of all of this? Domestic issues is supposed to be kept in private. You out here exposing your whole life to the world. He's just making very silly moves that's just gonna make people look less and less of you.
I mean, and forgive me because I know I never pronounced the name right. Danileigh. I know they were having issues, and he was trying to protect himself with the video. Yeah,
exactly. So. As he broke it off with her, and then he kind of disrespected her in the video by saying she was just a side piece. He never took her seriously. And it's just like, dang, because y'all have a child together, so it's just like, at least show a little, you know what I'm saying? You can be humble and respectful and just call it quits and bounce. You don't got to belittle her or call her out of her name or nothing. If she was messed up in the relationship or whatever, you cut it off and you slide forward. Like, ultimately, you got to take care of your kid. Your kid grows up and then the kid sees domestic violence between, the father and uncle, seeing video clips like this. That's just madness, And it's just like, dang, was it really that deep?
Right, you could say that they applied the wrong kind of strengths.
Yeah. Like I said, it's best to keep that stuff private because now look at you. You take your whole entourage with you and fighting. Like, you just trying to get a whole bunch of people put in jail.
And now we get to ridicule you.
Like, oh, well.
That's
and I mean, part of it. For all it's worth, you could have at least went outside the alley. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they fought on the alley. They caused
y'all literally slipping in between like where the pins go and where the ball's supposed to be traveling up the.
It caused a whole commotion in the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have no problem with dudes coming together and duking it out so they could get ish done. But okay, Jaquan was a 2-pair. But you know, when you do it in that way, you know, just dogging on one person with your whole group behind you,
Yeah,
it's like.
Because I know the type of lifestyle he's on and how he be about. Like, this isn't surprising with his past history. I'm just like, it don't help your image. Because then now, you know, if cops get involved and stuff like that, because you know they will at some point or other.
Yeah, just the whole evidence is right there in the clips.
It's like you're already dealing with your relationship being public on how you and your ex-girlfriend was beefing and whatnot. Baby in the mix, no pun intended. And then now you fighting the baby mom's brother, and you just wail on him in this instance, like, and then the whole group looks silly as heck, like y'all just slipping on the lanes. And this is like, damn.
Let's call it what it is. All right, that wasn't a fight. That was a beatdown. All right,
it was, yeah, like, but
I mean, he got jumped. What else would it be?
A water park beatdown. You saw the way they was.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, you know, the whole start of this video is how to get banned at the BowlingAlley, and those guys got banned.
Clearly, I'm just like, you know, I don't like people drowning in ridiculousness. It's like, I don't know if DaBaby's mentality is he just revels in this type of stuff. Like, he doesn't care. He knows the level of power influence that he has, so he feels like nothing's going to really harm or touch him, so that's why he's just going about things however he feels. Because logically speaking, in my position, if I was in that same position as him, no, there's no way in heck I would have been in that scenario. And the other thing too is as if you know you're going to be recorded, bro. You're a celebrity. So, you know you're going to be on camera. Everybody's going to see you through the first punch, you know? We're going to have to get more context in terms of what was said and whatnot, where you know, in essence of provoked. But ultimately, you know, if you was going to get away with that beatdown, you know, the brother would have had to swing on you. But
all
clearly,
that evidence stacked against you is one YouTube click away. That's not helping your case at all.
Oh, it's just, I'm just saying, this is a bad look. That's why I'm like, baby, I really do hope you turn this around.
And I like a point you brought up before, right? Because you said, again, in this position, you have this, you know, ability, this power to influence.
Yeah.
And this was something we had brought up in the Juicy Jussie Smollett video, right? When you're put in this position, you have this responsibility. Okay, you can't just do whatever you want and think you're gonna get away with it. Yeah. I'm not worried about it. The baby could pay bail or whatever.
Yeah, he definitely.
Charges. But his entourage. If they get in prison, what happens to them?
You know, he's losing his people and whatnot.
You know, whatever families they got now, they gonna be. I'd even look at my cars and this man betting heavy. Yeah, you got it, bro. Take that 30.
Take your little baby chip.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take that. Easy. Yeah, his new cars are slipping. So yeah, you know, how is his entourage gonna suffer from this? Because they're clearly recorded too. They were clearly there.
I had a huge
engaging in it.
Oh
so
yeah,
it's like,
as you clearly see, they followed his command as soon as he swung.
Well, damn, follow his command. Kind of
I mean, you saw that as soon as he went boop, and then they was on the lanes. His group, the girls, like,
they was ready.
They just was.
But they probably knew what they came there for.
Oh yeah, they knew.
You know, I don't know how this engagement, this meetup happened, but they were ready.
Yeah, because I think they were in California. I don't know how if they knew they were going to be there, if the brother was there to meet the baby. Like, I have no idea what the organization.
Yeah, that had to be a very interesting
I can't wait to
set up
more.
to the conversation as to how they both knew that they were going to be there at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Like that exact same alley.
Because they
Why
know
a bowling alley, though?
I don't know. And they know they beefing clearly because obviously the brother had said things publicly, you know, in terms of how his sister was treated. You know, he's defensive of his sister the whole time. So, of course, he's going to have some words to say to the baby if he saw him in person. And clearly, you see they chat a little bit. The baby didn't like what he was saying and gave him the right hand. Like, that was it.
You know what the lesson is for the night? If you go and fight, if you go and embarrass yourself and possibly give yourself the potential of going to jail, at least make money from it. You know, put some bets on that fight. Make it a show.
They should have just made it a boxing match, like everybody been doing. Jake Paul it out here. Like, what are you doing?
Because if they organize a meetup at a bowling alley, they could have organized a boxing match.
Remember, we talked about it. You can legally challenge someone to a fight, and if they accept. Right, then they can actually box and brawl. Obviously, you can't kill the person, of course, but you can box. You can literally set up a legal like boxing match or fight scenario to handle your beef.
Y'all already know the reason why that wasn't going to happen. There's too much ego and pride involved in this whole situation. But
this is the thing. DaBaby is the type of dude that don't like taking ish from nobody. So, honestly, it's not like he wasn't challenged at some point. So, I'm like, I feel like he would have took the fight.
Look, every scenario you heard about with DaBaby where there was some type of altercation that either involved a gun or the dude just got beat down wherever they was at. Yeah, he had a fight in the Louis Vuitton store, bro.
Yeah.
Remember the clip with the guy who ended up on the floor?
One of his early clips. But ultimately, I'm saying he really could have organized a fight with this dude. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that popped up later.
Look at the history of his behavior, bro. Every single time he was in this situation, he chose a different route than what you're saying. He is not going to take the easy route. He is not going to take the charity route. He's going to take the ratchetest one possible and handle his business right where he at.
I'm just saying. Like,
he had a shootout in Walmart, right?
I mean, I forgot the whole case. I do remember something like that.
You get what I'm saying?
Look, if he likes the bag, you think he would just be like, well, if I'm boxing everybody, I might as well get some money for
if he got beef with this brother specifically, like you easily could have just been like, we gonna fight here and that's it. Legal fight.
Yeah. We
come for hands. You said you was gonna knock me out. Show me.
Yeah, about
and then it's 1v1, and y'all get into it.
About that L word. Yeah, not gonna happen.
He ain't never gonna take it out. Right? He ain't gonna let that be publicized, not his own.
Okay. Right.
I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying, but I'm just looking at the track where he got. Like, his resume is looking kind of crazy.
DaBaby's the type of guy who really thinks he on that level where nobody gonna F with him. So ultimately, I'm just like, if you really think you was just going, he already thought he could beat this dude. He swung on him, and his group showed up afterwards. So it's just like, if you didn't have the group there, I'm pretty sure DaBaby's that type of dude that'd be like, yeah, I could have fought him by myself. Because I know he'll say stuff like that. That's the type of dude that he is. So I'm like, ultimately, you might as well have just shot the 1v1 with him. Just set it up somewhere, supervised, ain't nothing crazy gonna happen.
And even legally, at the alley, bro, he could have even at the bowling alley, he could have just fought him 1-on-1 right there. He already threw the punch.
But at the alley, you already disrupting an entertainment area. Sure. It's not designed for fighting. Go somewhere else with that, because other people come in here to bowl, and you out here stupidly fighting somebody, messing up the whole feng shui of the bowling alley. Like, now they got to deal with that, fixing the lane up from your stupidity that you caused with you and your crew. Because now they got blood all over the place. Food and drink spilled. Hair. Everybody rowdy and crazy now,
Yeah. They got to re-oil the floor.
Not even thinking of who you inconvenienced with your stupid ass fight. Take that somewhere else.
All right, so let's sum it up with this, right?
Oh, wait, I got one joke.
Yeah,
they should have went to an empty movie theater, so they should have went to Space Jam 2. They went there.
That would work.
Let's fight somewhere.
Actually, I realized I didn't even. Once I saw an ad for that, I never even bothered to think about when they were showing that movie.
No, because I knew it was gonna be terrible.
Never gonna watch it.
Can you imagine being the one person who showed up to that movie
and that's what's happening in
the one person that showed up to that movie?
I paid $15 for this good ass fight. It was a 30-second
promo, man.
You sat all the way in the back too, so you just looking down. You don't know if to look at the screen or look down at the
I'd have been like, yo, LeBron, shut up. I'm watching.
Hey, yo, this probably
hold on. We talking about black people in a dark movie theater. You're just gonna see shadows boxing each other. Like,
nah, you just gonna see the designs on the hoodies moving back and forth. Like,
yeah, I don't need to see the hoodie.
Yo, you gonna be looking up at the screen. You gonna be looking down at the crowd. You
see DaBaby's head shape, bro. I can easily see his shadow and know exactly who it is if I can't tell. He's got a very unique head shape. You're not gonna miss that guy.
All right, so let's wrap it up. So, let me know. One, do you think DaBaby actually has these hands? And two, was he right?
Yeah, that's definitely interesting.
What do you think?
In terms of how
seen what that first hit did.
Yeah, I do want more context, but ultimately in the clip, Baby does throw the first hit, and his group ends up jumping the guy. It didn't have to go that far, honestly. It really didn't have to be in that scenario. So ultimately, he should show better conduct, because this just looks silly. It's different if DaBaby was at the spot, dude was chopping it up, and then chatting, that big talk, and then he started swinging at him, and then DaBaby retaliates and his crew jumps him. That could be okay. DaBaby was defending himself, and then his group jumped in because they didn't know what this guy could do. Because then what if he pulled out a knife or something? We don't know to what extent this guy would do something. Because once you throw bodily harm at somebody, and then you're a group that's supposed to protect someone, then you got to be prepared for anything. So it doesn't matter if he didn't have no weapon. You're going to have to beat him up if he had, the same way as if he had a weapon or something like that. So, it could have got a pass there. But clearly, DaBaby initiated it. So ultimately, it's in terms of the fighting aspect of it all. So ultimately, it's just nah, it shouldn't have went down like that.
So there you go. DaBaby has hands, but he wasn't right. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for joining us today. And good night.
No boxing.
And enjoy that movie.